What?
I just don't understand this.
Was that on purpose?
What was that meant to be?
Was it a mistake?
Oh, it's just magic.
It's magic. Vince McMahon said, and there's going to be projections. And everyone went, yes, sir, that is what we're going to do.
My name is Luke Owen, and I love bad wrestling. Join me on my journey through a cavalcade of crapness, watching what many believe to be the worst wrestling matches of all time, to make my friends and you fall in love with bad wrestling too. This is my quest to find the worst match ever.
Oh no, it's happened again!
What's happened again, Luke?
The hackers! They've hacked me again! Why can't my IP address just be safe?
Well, what were you watching?
Nothing.
Luke, don't tell me.
Tempest, have mercy on me.
Luke, you can't watch that at work.
I can't watch old TNA pay-per-views at work?
Oh my god, that's so much worse than I thought. Haven't you heard of Surfshark, man?
Surfshark?
Yes, Surfshark. You see, Surfshark is a VPN service that not only protects your data and keeps your IP address safe from cybercriminals, but also it lets you watch content from all across the planet. And you can get 4 months extra right now. Just use the link in the description and you can find whatever content you need while also keeping yourself safe online.
This is way better. Those stupid hackers can't get my stupid info now.
Luke, all you do is watch wrestling and episodes of Bluey.
Yeah, but imagine if the stupid hackers took all of that away. Thanks, Surfshark.
All right, Luke.
Mom! Welcome to The Worst Match Ever, where we are on the quest to find the worst match ever, and by its very definition, the best worst match ever, WrestleMania Worstelmania Edition. I am Luke and I'm joined by Tempest.
Whoa. Worstelmania.
And I'm joined by Sullivan.
Ciao.
And it's WrestleMania, baby.
Woo! Damn it, I was saving that for the next episode.
But we are here to rank the worst WrestleMania matches of all time. If you didn't see last week's episode, this is what our current list is looking like. Triple H vs. Roman Reigns. We still haven't had a chance to sleep on this yet.
Yeah, we've got to think about it.
We do. I think we do have to think about it. Because currently it's where my heart is saying.
Yeah.
But, you know, maybe that'll change. But anyway, today's episode is from WrestleMania 33, as we're going to look at Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. It's the maggots on the mat match.
Yep.
Ooh, you may notice there's already a Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt match on our list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which you can go and watch over at the Wrestle Talk podcast channel. The link will be in the description below. They've tried to do this match a few times, and boy, Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, I had it right.
Yeah,
For some reason,
you said it all right.
Yeah, those names just sounded wrong in my
actually
head.
really good.
They're wrong when you put them together. They're not meant to wrestle one another. They were cursed with horrible creative and bad ideas. And we'll see the first example of that here.
I have not rewatched this match.
I've not rewatched it either.
Yeah.
I only watched it at the time. I was so disappointed.
Perplexed is the word I would use. I remember watching
Yeah.
this match and me and my buddy just looking at each other and being like, huh, wow.
Wow.
Let's get into this because I'm kind of looking forward to the rewatch. Also, it's so much shorter than Triple H versus Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
so,
honestly, this is already
Big
the best
tick.
match ever made.
This video file is 1/3 the length.
Yep.
So we don't have the entrances, unfortunately. So we haven't got the sperm for Randy Orton.
No, it's a shame.
It's one of the big highlights of this match, honestly. Now,
Oh, Bray.
this is it. I don't want to throw any of this Bray Wyatt's way, of course. It's not his fault.
Oh, it's the creative, right?
Yeah. A lot of people look back on this storyline favorably, and I really don't know why, personally.
Oh, the Viper in the family.
Yeah.
I really dug this at the time. I haven't gone back and watched it, but granted.
I liked it at the time as well. I think it was the way that it ended was the main thing that annoyed me.
My big disappointment of it is I think this should have been a triple threat.
This is exactly what I was going to get to.
This should have had Harper in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All of the real, the tension within the group was between Randy Orton and Luke Harper. And they have a really good match at Elimination Chamber the month before this. And then Luke Harper's just never factored into any of this ever again, really.
Yeah.
Isn't the Battle Royal, right?
I
Like,
think
it was-
so, yeah. And that is such an indictment of
It's such
that,
a
where they
shame.
had, like, just put him in it.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to win. You can still have Randy Orton win the title if you want to.
Which is what they wanted.
But elevate someone else in the process of doing this. Like, I didn't like the story that they did, personally. Like, I get, there's some good moments, you know? It wasn't, like, on the level that they would then get to in 2021.
Yeah.
You know, with Alexa Bliss and all that. It's not that bad. But we're looking at, like, at a certain point, Randy is mind controlled into being in this. Like, his eyes start glowing in
Yeah.
a backstage segment, and that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the logic of a lot of the setup of this just doesn't make a lot of sense. Because Randy Orton gives up the Royal Rumble title shot. He vacates his Royal Rumble win
Yeah.
for the sake of luring Bray Wyatt into a false sense of security. And then
Yeah.
has to earn back his Royal Rumble title win.
Yeah.
All that.
When you didn't need to do any of that.
I forgot that.
I forgot all of that.
The only bit I really remember is, like, I remember thinking there should have been a triple threat with Harper in it. And the other thing being was, I hated being the Debbie Downer, but I remember people being so excited when Bray won the title at Chamber. And I could not get excited about it because I was like, well, he's just going to drop it next month to Randy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to get excited about this title run. It's going to be 4 weeks. And then we're back to Orton.
I think that was the most frustrating part of it for me was like,
Oh, what?
I just don't understand this.
It happens a lot earlier than I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah,
it. I
and
thought
it's
this was
just-
like the sort of the finish.
No, it happens a few times.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what does that do? Also, are you just allowed to just have a chat with the people who run the tech and go,
Why are you cheering this crowd?
I had the reaction that a lot of the crowd did when it happens, because I was watching this match, and, you know, I was hoping for it to be good, but you're getting into the later stages of another very long WrestleMania. And I was watching this with, like, one friend. Everyone else had given up. They were just having a drink, you know, at my bar in my basement. Me and the one friend are just watching it. We're kind of talking, and then that happens. We all just went, yeah, huh? It stops you dead in your tracks.
It is. Me and my buddy John, we were watching this, and we both just looked at each other like in sync. Just went, huh?
yeah,
It's like, oh, that was stupid. Did we all just see that same stupid
yeah,
thing?
that's the thing. It's so f***ing stupid.
When it's so stupid that, like, it takes a moment for your brain to buffer,
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, because you're so surprised by the stupidity of it.
You can just hear now, it's kind of taken the crowd out of this match as well. They were kind of
Yeah.
into
They're all
it.
talking to each other,
they're
going
like,
like, so what the f*** was that?
Yeah, is that going to happen again?
What happened, right?
Was that on purpose?
What was that meant to be?
Was it a mistake? Hasn't really played into anything in the
that,
match.
yeah, has that helped Bray Wyatt in any conceivable way?
Because he was on top at the time.
Yeah. Does Randy Orton not like maggots specifically?
Is this a new character trait for him?
Oh man. Yeah, they do a deal right before this, the moment where Randy Orton turns on him, and he burns down the old Sister Abigail house and vanquishes the spirit of Sister Abigail by plunging a crucifix, which he calls a crucix, into the ground. And now we're getting
some
worms.
Some worms? Oh, they're wriggly, aren't
No,
they?
there's a Wrigley. They're in dirt.
They're dirty, wriggly worms.
Yeah, it is.
He doesn't like wriggly worms because they're not like.
Now
they
everyone's
kinda do
like,
look like
yeah,
snakes.
What the f*** are you doing?
And now everyone's like, oh, it's going to be a thing for this match,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
It wasn't a one-off.
Yeah.
And with no reason for it. Like, why would? So in the storyline of it, Bray Wyatt has gone to a tech guy and gone, hey, it's all right if we put a projector here. I want to project some weird stuff and just do it when I do this one thing. And I'm not going to use my advantage by beating my opponent up more. No. I'm going to just freak him out with something that he can barely really see because he's in the middle of the ring, really close to the floor.
Yeah. Could we have a monitor set up so he can then see what I'm projecting onto the ring? It'll really freak him out.
Really freak him out.
It's really bizarre.
Well, I think that's your mistake, Sullivan. Mm-hmm. It's not a tech guy, he's magic.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just magic.
It's magic. That's magic. Yeah, The Undertaker didn't go to a production guy to be like, I want some lightning when I do my thing.
that is
no, he
true.
just shoots lightning out of his
He
fingers.
shoots it out of his fingers. That is true. I was being stupid.
As a wrestling match, though, nothing has happened in this match.
It started off kind of hot. I didn't mind at the start.
It's been just a normal wrestling match. But keep in mind, this is the WWE Championship match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And it's not like really building.
No.
It's not like you're not hyping things up early that will play into the match later.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the projections.
Yeah.
That's all they thought of for this match.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
It's really bizarre.
it's the WWE Championship template with a babyface is you work over the babyface, they make a comeback, then they win.
Yeah.
So you just have to work them over for a long time. And that can be pretty boring, but it's not helped when you kill the crowd dead by doing the projections on the ring. Because you're not creating any heat. What you're creating is murmuring in the crowd. And be like, those projections?
It's just like I feel like the idea when it was pitched, they went, "Oh, that's different," but they didn't stop to think whether it's good.
Yeah.
They went, "Oh, yeah, I don't think we've ever done that before."
No, Sullivan, again, I love you so much, and I hate to keep pushing back on your suggestions, but what happened was Vince McMahon said, and there's going to be projections, and everyone went, yes, sir, that is what we're going to do. Great idea, sir. Another brilliant idea, sir.
You know, I was just off of your point of just like, oh, it's different. We've never done that before. I was about to start saying, I mean, one of them could have just taken a shit in the middle of the ring, and that would have been different, never been done before. And then I remembered Sid. That had been done before.
Yeah, you got to save that for the main event.
Yeah.
RKO on the floor.
Well, you know what? This is much shorter, but it still feels long, doesn't it? This golf clapping. That was golf level clapping
For an RKO on the floor. And here's people going,
very good.
very good.
I cannot tell you how little Randy Orton wanted to take that bump.
Yeah.
He was there to production crew, put extra padding on that area.
This is a weird WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It really exists in a middle ground of like, it has some really memorable, great stuff. It doesn't have any matches that would come in like the top 20 WrestleMania matches, I don't think. And it's not a bad, like horrible WrestleMania by any means either.
No.
It's just like, it's very strangely balanced between the good and the bad.
Yeah. It's got a great stage.
It's maybe the best stage of all time.
Yeah.
But it has got this weird, the main event is Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker. Is it Shane and AJ on this one?
Shane and AJ's on this show.
Jericho and Owens feels off.
Yeah. Which Vince McMahon said was the worst match he's ever seen in his life.
Hey, he was there for Triple H and Roman Reigns, right?
I was like, I don't know about that. Like, I didn't think it was great by any means, but that's a little extreme. But like, this is the Hardy's return WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's the thing everyone remembers,
and that's the
right?
thing everyone, rightfully remembers about this show.
God, that stage is good, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's such
It's
a
really
good
good.
stage. Here we go, Sister Abigail, but Orton reverses into a backbreaker.
Like Goldberg and Lesnar, the good ones on this show.
That's on this show?
That's this.
That
that's
match
this one.
rules.
Yeah.
That match is awesome. I think I reviewed this show on Wrestle Talk. Huh. I think I did. This is my first WrestleMania review for Wrestle Talk.
Wow.
Because we did.
Takes you back.
It does, because the first back then it was called the Wrestle Ramble, or the Wrestle Talk show, I think it was called, when we did the first podcast era, was predictions for this WrestleMania.
Wow.
Huh.
Oh.
Oh, that was years ago.
8, in
1,
fact.
2.
No.
Yeah, fun fact, everyone. 2025 marks 10 years since my first ever video for Wrestle Talk.
Wow.
I did my first ever video in 2015. Talking about Samoa Joe going to WWE.
Haha. We never got that Kevin Owens match.
Kevin Owens and Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, did we not?
No.
That never happened.
Kevin Owens loses the title to Finn Balor and gets moved up to the main roster.
Yeah.
And you never do Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens.
Huh.
Hmm.
They were on the main roster for so long.
They were they were Triple H's goon tag team in the Seth build up to WrestleMania for like a week or two. And that's about as much interaction as they really ended up ever having. And Roaches!
Oh yeah, we're back to this, are we?
Yeah.
I think they're also, they fight Seth when Seth starts doing the Monday Night Messiah thing, but you never get Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. And tell me there isn't a dream match quite like that one.
I mean, that would be great.
You know? I want to see that match.
Just thinking about from a live, I can't believe this match is still going on, by the way.
It's
Just from a live audience. Oh, RKO. Maybe
Yeah,
this is the
I was
end.
gonna say that.
It's over.
Maybe
It's
this
done,
is the end.
Surely it's over. Thank God.
Oh man, what a weird ending to
It's
that.
such a
That was a weird
RKO.
match.
It's the stall after the RKO. He stops and goes like, "This was a bad match."
Yeah.
And then pins him. And everyone's like, "What?"
Yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
It was,
Bray Wyatt loses. All we got was this stupid projection bullshit.
Yep. Bray should have won.
You want to talk about a match that doesn't build?
Yeah. It's like any
That's
time that
weird.
any moment where they could have a build, they go, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Projections.
No, we've got some projections that we want to show you.
What a weird match.
It's like somebody telling a really good anecdote and then somebody going, no, I want to show you my slides from my holiday.
Oh.
Right.
Well.
I mean, I think it's worse than Jimmy versus Jay.
Yeah, do you know what? I agree.
I haven't watched Orton versus The Fiend, so you guys have to go on your...
I would probably put it here.
I was going to say, I was about to say,
That
Orton
one's-
Fiend I think is worse than
Yeah.
Orton
Yeah.
Bray.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm very happy with that. That's
Yeah.
sort of roughly... I don't think it's worse than
It's
the
not
top
worse,
three.
it's not worse than Jimmy J.
I was curious if it would be funnier than Jimmy versus Jay, because like I didn't think this isn't like a fantastically funny match.
No.
But the constant super kicks, the dude
Yeah.
wipes,
Yeah.
there's silliness to be found
exactly,
with
yeah.
it, you know? And I was like, maybe the projections will prove to be sort of one of the funnier matches on this show. And it was just like, it was what I remember it being, where the show just stops.
Yeah, and it's just weird.
And
Yeah.
it feels like the match just stops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
It's not even like the projections. Literally, like, they don't build. The match just ends. It's just like, okay, and he wins.
Yeah. It gets
weird.
points in this context for being short.
Yeah.
Like, in the actual context of a WWE title match at WrestleMania, it probably should have been longer.
Yeah.
But I'd pay more money for that match to be
Yeah.
even shorter than it was.
Yeah, I was going to say, because although it was short, felt long.
It feels a lot longer.
Those projections seriously up that match.
Yeah.
Because there are moments where they're really building, and every single time it is taken down by those projections.
Yeah.
If you took those projections out, that match is fine and boring and the wrong winner probably. I would have gone for Bray to win and that would have been fun. But whatever, that's still just fine and forgettable. But those projections make it weird. Just so weird.
Yeah.
Puts it in the Wrestle Crap Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Well, there you go, everyone. That'll do it for this week's episode. Tempest, what is next week's offering?
Oh, Luke. Next week, we're watching Jerry Lawler versus Michael Cole.
I've just watched that match.
Oh.
Woo! So, until then, make sure that you check out our Patreon at patreon.com/WrestleTalk, where you can see the watch-along cut of this episode and all the episodes that we will do for this series. You can go back right now and watch Triple H and Roman Reigns along with us, and the bonus exclusive episode of Jimmy Uso versus Jay Uso, available only on Patreon, because we still got a bunch more matches to go.
Jam that jam, everyone.
Jam.
Jam that jam. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Worst Match Ever. You can watch the unblurred version of this video, the full watch-along version, over at patreon.com/WrestleTalk, and that exclusive episode where we watch Jimmy Uso versus Jay Uso from WrestleMania 40, patreon.com/WrestleTalk. It's just like, I was like, why did it say dude? Dude wipes!